Welcome in, everybody. Josh here, 8-Bit Goonies, back again, and a bit of a different video for you tonight. I've been opening a lot of Sorcery lately, and I absolutely love Sorcery. I love opening the product. I really love this game. I love playing it. The mechanics of it are awesome. But I want to make a video tonight, and I want to talk about artwork. I want to talk about Magic the Gathering. I want to talk about why I love this game and also why I think old school Magic players such as myself really need to take a look at Sorcery. Okay. Um, the game is just amazing from the mechanics, how it plays. If you know how to play Magic, you have a pretty good idea, I believe, of how to play Sorcery. Um, let's look at a. I kind of just want to go through some history of Magic. I first played Magic in '95. I remember vividly the first time I played Magic. I went over to a buddy's house to drink some beers. I was 16 years old. It was 1995. I remember that because I was 16 years old in 1995. I just got my pickup truck. 1986 Scottsdale, Chevy Scottsdale. I have a steel trap mind for some of my memories of, especially the good nostalgic memories. Went over to Mike's house to play, or actually, we went over there to drink beer. His brother was a few years older than us. He'd got some six packs for us, and we were going to drink beer. I got over to his house, and he'd gone to Levine's. Levine's was the boutique toy store. It's the toy store you wanted your parents to take you to when they took you to the toy store. We had KB and Toys R Us, but Levine's had the cool stuff, right? And he said, I got this new card game. And I remember opening up my first revised, it was revised that we got, um, starter decks and a couple of packs each. And we just shuffled everything together and played. And it blew my mind. It was immersive. I'd never played a game like that. You know, I'd played plenty of board games, Monopoly and Sorry and whatever, Clue and things of that nature. But Magic was something different. It was something special. It was in this immersive experience. It just blew my mind. And the artwork on it blew my mind. And that's kind of what I want to go through today. I'm just going to pop up some cards. As you can see, Sorcery does not shy away from the politically incorrect cards. I don't know why Crusade is a naughty card, a bad card, whatever they say, not PC. The Crusades happen. They're a real thing. What, tens of millions of people, hundreds of thousands of people died during the Crusades. Why is it banned in Magic? I think that's so stupid. So, anyway, if you want to play Crusade, or perhaps you want to. I'm just gonna what I'm gonna do here. I've got some old school Magic. I've got some old school cards here. Some of my favorite artwork. So we got Crusades from both sets. What if you want to do an Army of Allah or a Jihad? Well, here's old school Magic. Here's old school or new school Sorcery. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that cool? It's beautiful artwork. It's real. It's a part of history. Why can't Magic make cards like that anymore? I don't understand. I've got some great ones I want to show you guys. And as an old school Magic player, I just don't understand why. This is where Magic is now. I like Deadpool. I like Ryu. Look behind me. I got Ryu right there. I got Street Fighter going. Doesn't mean I want it in my Magic. I'm sorry, guys. Um, Look at this. That's a Magic card, man. That's what Magic should look like, right? Earthbind. Look, I've got my playset of Earthbind. Absolutely love that card. I've got a bunch of these. I've collected Earthbind for a long time. Um, so one of my favorite cards of all time, and I think many people will vouch for me on this. Is the lovely Lady Gwendolyn. I've got a few of those. I've been collecting those as well. That's a card. That's a card. And Sorcery makes cards along those lines. Magic does not. So beyond all the mechanics of Sorcery being just absolutely amazing, the artwork is just amazing. This is this is great, right? So back in the day, they made Unholy Strength. So make sure we're focused. This is Sorcery's poke at magic, and I love this, right? So on the right we have Desecrate. On the left we have Unholy Strength with the pentagram. In 1996 or whatever, after all the baby boomers got upset thinking we were going to join cults, there was what they called the Satanic Panic. It's a foil Satanic Panic as well. It's such a beautiful looking card. They removed the pentagram. So, Sorcery went, well, hold my beer. They made a curio and removed the pentagram. Literally as a slight to Magic. Now, I was fortunate enough to pull this card. This is a curio. These go for a lot of money. They're super, super duper rare. So I'm going to sleeve that one right back up and put it in a case. But isn't that funny? I just found that so amusing. Um, let's look at a few others of my favorite artworks of all time here. I'll pull them out of the sleeve so you can really see them. This is my favorite, probably my favorite card in Magic history right there. Um, I just love that All Hallows Eve. The Christopher Rush artwork, just stunning. Here's another fantastic one that could certainly be an artwork today in Sorcery. Why? Uh, you know, the game has lost its immersion. Magic has lost its feel. When I sit down and I see this, it's not what I want to see. I'm sorry. It's maybe Plasm's a good card. It's fun, but that's not what I want to see, man. That's not what I want to see. I want to see. Sorry, just pulling these out of the sleeves. I probably should have done this beforehand, but just want to show you guys some beautiful artwork. And I kind of pulled some cards to match up with cards, right? So look, we got an old man of the sea, and we got the old salt anchorman. So hopefully, I'm not trying to discourage anybody from playing Magic by any means. Magic's a great game. In fact, I don't know. Magic's it's got some of the best mechanics of all time. That Lord of the Pit was a card that super drew me in. I remember first time I saw that card, I was at my friend Andrew's house. His older brother, a few years older than us, had that card, and I thought, wow, that is so cool. But I see a Magic card today, and I just don't think that. And not only that, just here's a handful. I just grabbed a random handful of rares. Actually, Sign of the Darknesses. That. See, we have a middle age of Magic as well. So we've got the old school Magic. Then we've got the middle age, like the 2000s, early 2000s Magic, and awesome. Awesome cards there too. The Braids, that's a newer printing, but same artwork that came out around the Judgment Tournament time frame. What happened to it, man? What happened to it? And then the foils in Sorcery are just, I can't do it justice. You have to hold these. Not only are they beautiful, but they have this raised text as well. And they are just the best looking cards I've ever seen. And it brings you back to that immersion. And I love the board, playing with these pieces, the game pieces on a board is something special. It adds that extra layer of immersion. To move around the board, you feel like you are a battle. You're summoning locations. You're building your world in front of you, and then moving your pieces around the world and fighting in the world. Um, such cool stuff. I'm just gonna keep throwing up some amazing artwork. Um, there's a card. It's in a deck, so I don't have it on thin ice, for example. So you can. There's water. You travel. There's creatures that can go underwater and live strictly in the water. Some creatures can go out of the water and in the water. Some creatures are airborne and can fly. On thin ice is one of the coolest concepts, right? So if there's more than 5 power worth of creatures on the ice, it breaks. So you can try to lure people onto the ice, or with certain battle techniques and tactics, you can actually draw the enemy onto the ice and then it shatters. The big combo is obviously the Koi Nixie, which has submerge but can also go above ground. So it's basically a pixie, a fairy that can lure in like a siren call, and then when the bad guys come, they both crash through the ice. But obviously, the bad guys, your opponent's creature dies, but the Koinixie can just swim away. How cool is that? That's awesome. You can't get that with Magic. I'm sorry, it's not. I really want to encourage Magic players to give it a go. You can get starter decks for pretty cheap for this game, and it's got everything that you need to play it. Yes, there are expensive cards. Um, where do we got? Sorry. Oh boy, it's just some of these. These are basic foil lands, right? Look at these. Look at the artwork on these, man. That's better than. I mean, it's just unbelievable. You know, the commons, just a common angry mob. But look at the detail. It feels like some old school Magic. There's the old Royal Assassin. Uh, remember when Magic used to have evil stuff in it? The demonic attorney. The demonic attorney. That was back when we used to play with antes, and you could change your ante with that card. Or the torture. You know, where's that stuff these days? Man, oh man. Um, Obviously, like I said, there are the big chase cards, like I showed you guys with the curios, so super rare cards to pull. Um, Here's another beautiful foil, the ultimate horror. Um, they have printed basically. Where did I put it? Basically, the Moxes. Um, There's the cores, the ruby core. The cores are basically the moxes, and then the black lotus is basically the philosopher's stone. Huh. Which I was fortunate enough to pull a couple copies of. Here we are. There's the philosopher's stone. So much like in Magic, the first spell of each element cast by the bearer costs 1 less. So there's 4 elements. So in theory, this can give you 4 mana per turn. Super powerful card. Um, I don't know what else to say, guys. I just wanted to jump on here and look at some of this beautiful artwork. So, and what else I was going to say was the quality. So these are, I got some, like I said, these are some of the new Magic cards, right? They feel so cheap and janky. And then you hold this and it's like the quality of it is so nice. Look at that. Look at that dread thicket. Look at those eyes looking through at you. That is, that's just awesome to me, man. I don't understand this pivot for Magic the Gathering away from beautiful artwork to whatever they do now. Um, King of the Realm, all mortals. So something else this game does interesting too is the tutors and stuff, right? So the tutors are not for any card, but for rarities of card, right? So the most powerful tutor in the game right now is called Toolbox. Um, and it can go and get any ordinary, which is basically a common card from your sideboard. Um, and the reason it's so powerful is because you don't have to tap to do it. You don't have to. Again, this is a tapping system. It's a mana system. Like I said, if you know Magic, you will pick up on this game very fast. Um, we're trying to get some learn to play nights going. I would really love to get some people, more people into this game. So if you are in South Australia by chance and you are interested in learning to play, Card Hub, we'd love to have you. You send me an email. I'll put the email in my description below. I'll bring you a deck. We can do starter decks, however you want to play. I'm still learning to play. I'm very new at this. Adrian over at the shop, he knows how to play. We're all still learning. The game is very new, so you're in on the ground floor, which is always fun. And then you can recapture some of this amazing beauty. Um, I grabbed, I like this card here could certainly be a sorcery card. It's a Ramsey. I've got a nearly complete Legends set, so I just grabbed a handful of my Legends cards. It just so happens that All Hallows Eve is one of my absolute personal favorite cards of all time. It just happens to be in that set as well. Um, again, just look at these. And again, these feel quality. Magic used to be a quality product. Sorry, Magic, that's a nice shape too. That might be worth grading. That one's a little dinged up. But one of my favorite cards of all time, Arabian Nights, another amazing set. This card though might be my favorite Magic card of all time. All Hallows Eve is up there too, but this one I just have such nostalgia for. But anyway, guys, yes, if you want to buck the trend and you want to play a Jihad or a Crusade, there's actually a curio called a Step that combines the artwork of these two cards. Super rare. It goes for a lot. I don't know, couple $1,000, something like that. So you can get big hits, big hits. This card here is, I don't know, in the States, $100. Here in Australia, $150, something like that. Again, there's just power in these cards. So that's really all I got tonight, guys. I just wanted to show off some of this amazing artwork and say it's more than just mechanics. It is a beautiful, beautiful game. When you open your first pack of Sorcery, or your first box of Sorcery, you're just in awe. You're like, holy crap. And it's like every card, the commons, the uncommons, the rares, the uniques, everything is just like, what? Like, astonished. Like, so cool. Anyway, I just wanted to jump on. I wanted to say, please give it a go if you like old school Magic. I think you will love this game. That's all I got, guys. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. If you've made it this far, do all the YouTube stuff. Like, subscribe. I really do appreciate it. The channel's growing very fast. Just pop this guy back up here. The Lord of the Pit. And yeah, I plan on doing a bunch more sorcery cards. I'm going to do my Preacher video. Got a Preacher video coming. And yeah, let me know if you've got any ideas. Email me up, hit me up. I'd love to do some collaborations. Again, the channel's growing like crazy. We got a lot of viewers, a lot of subscribers, and I really appreciate that as well. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll talk to you soon.